Hi everyone. So today I am going to talk about someone who I think I first learned about in like the 6th or 7th grade, and I actually did a whole school report on her. And she was kind of America's sweetheart for a really long time, and she's left a huge impact on our society. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Marilyn Monroe. And she continues to inspire millions of people even after her passing. And as Donald Spoto quoted from the Marilyn Monroe, the biography he wrote in the Cooper's Press 2001, he said, "Marilyn Monroe was the iconic American actress, model, and singer who captured the hearts of millions of people across the globe with her beauty, talent, and captivating presence." And I think that's just a really great way to sum up who she was kind of and what she did. But there are a couple things I think he's kind of leaving out that I'll get into later that I think make her as amazing as she is. So to understand her impact and stuff on the world, you have to talk about her career and her early life. So Lois Banner did Marilyn, the Profession and the Paradox in the Bloomberg Express in 2012 and goes a deep dive into her life and what she was known as. And she says she was born as Norma Jean Mordson on June 1st, 1926, and she faced numerous hardships and challenges throughout her life. Her home life was not that great, and I think it made things kind of difficult for her growing up, but she always persevered, and, you know, she came out to be one of the most known people in the world in history. So I think she ended up doing just fine. But she refused to let her circumstances define her and her sheer talent and ambition. And she's one of the most celebrated cultural icons of the 20th century. So Anthony Summers wrote in Goddess, The Secret Lives of Marilyn Monroe, talks about her successful acting career, which you have to talk about. And some of her more notable films that you might have heard of are Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, done in 1953, Some Like It Hot in 1959, and The 7-Year Itch in 1955. I had personally only ever heard of The 7-Year Itch and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, but I feel like that slogan, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, like everyone knows of. But something that people do not know about her, which I love this fact, and Anthony Summers talks about this in The Secret Lives of Marilyn Monroe again, but Marilyn Monroe founded her own production company, and she did this at the young age of 28 in 1954. And this allowed her to have more control over her career and the projects she took on. And this was huge in the feminist movement during the time. Like, people overlook what she did for women and the feminist movement just like as a whole. But she defied expectations and fought against the limited roles assigned to women in Hollywood. Like, back then, actresses were not given the roles that we were given in today's times, and she fought for that. And that's why she wanted her own production company to be like, we deserve rights, we deserve equal opportunities, we deserve fair treatment, we deserve fair pay, you know, all of those types of things she was fighting for with her production company. And she totally challenged traditional power dynamics in the industry. And she paved the way for future generations, obviously. And I think a lot of people don't know that. Like, they don't know that she did that. So I think it's a really good thing to point out. Also, Louise Banner talks about in The Passion and the Paradox how she is a cultural icon and sex symbol. And she quotes, "She was an enduring cultural icon and sex symbol of the 20th century. Her beauty and charisma and sensuality captivated audiences around the world." And hence the name The Passion and the Paradox. I think that it's really interesting to quote how, like, in today's world, if she was born today, I don't think the sex symbol would be as profound, just given the way we are as a society now. Like, what she was doing then was so crazy and daring and shocking and whatnot, but like now it's not on the same level of like sex symbol. But what I love about her is the way she was able to walk that fine line. And Sarah Churchill talks about this in The Many Lives of Marilyn Monroe in Granta Books 2005, but how she walks this fine, delicate line of like being a sex symbol, but also being classy. And she was like in the same room with presidents and the most powerful people in the world, this actress, this sex symbol, this icon, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't necessarily on this, I mean, she was on the same level as these people, but it was different. Like, it was very unique the way she was able to get into these doors and these places, being the type of figure that she was. She wasn't a traditional figure. She pushed those boundaries for sure. And Sarah Churchill talks about this, and she quotes, "Monroe's delicate persona was a delicate balance of one's flaws A delicate balance of vulnerability and strength, showcasing it's okay to embrace one's flaws and imperfections. And I love that quote because I think that it still stands to this day, how she pushed boundaries as far as size, beauty, you know, feminism, sexuality, and telling women to embrace themselves and their natural bodies and who they were. And I think that that message still lives on today, that she did that. But yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed my speech, and my personal item is this. I had said I have photos of her and stuff in my home, and I actually got this. It's an original print, and this is just magazine covers of her, and actually the back has a photo too, but it's kind of harder to see. But this is Marilyn Monroe and Betty Grable at Ciro's for the party Walter Winchell gave for Louis Perrine, since I don't know who any of those people are, but it's also a very beautiful photo of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for listening so much.